back from Colorado from a ride that I had. It was a fellow trucker. So we had a good conversation. I wanted to talk about a situation that I had yesterday that the enemy sometimes love to do. And this kind of goes along with David's video that he did a little bit today talking about checkmate. I've had a lot of checkmates in my life. And I didn't know that they were checkmates until later on. Well, I've had a checkmate with my daughter, and we're not related at by any means, but I did help raise her, or both James and I did, and it was just a very unhealthy situation. And she is with a man that just doesn't treat her well. And in some ways I see a lot of myself in her when I was her age. And so me being the control freak that I am, I'm always constantly trying to help her. Although I don't think I was ever really helping her because I wasn't allowing the Lord to work. And he had to put us both in, I guess, a checkmate. I know she doesn't understand this, but I definitely do now. And when you're in checkmate, or you've been, shown a checkmate, and you're a control freak, it's not a good combination, because you feel so out of control, and it makes you like just almost paranoid. It's like, I have to do something. And I think that kind of going back to the institutional church way of thinking is that we feel like we always have to do something for God. We have to do this. We have to do that. Otherwise, he's going to be mad at us, or he's going to, we're not going to get the rewards, or, just the mental gymnastics that we play in our minds of what we think God is thinking, and what I think there's an obligation that the church, institutional fake church, puts on people, saying, okay, now that you're saved, now you need to get plugged in. And I know I'm kind of going all over the place again with this, so bear with me. I will get back to the original thing that I was talking about. But I kind of have to relate it back to the church, because it's, you literally have that feeling of, I have to do something, or this is going to happen. It's always it's the carrot and stick. And sometimes that can happen in, real life situations with relationships as well. It's like, well, if I don't do this, then, this is going to happen. And when God puts you in checkmate in relationships, like the one I have, you can't do anything. You're stuck. You're like you're like the tar baby, you're literally like the tar baby. You can't move. You are, oh man, I hope I don't get pulled down for that. Because I look at it as an animal. Oh crap. Okay, moving on. You're basically, your feet are stuck in like tar. Okay. And you can't move. And you literally are at a standstill. And that's what the type of exact place that Lord wants you in, so he can clean up the mess, or the tar off your feet. Because you're already, clean on the inside through his blood, because his blood speaks for us. Okay, but the outside still gets dirty, and every day we need to be washed in the blood, and the washing of the water of the word. And it's just reminding yourself of that. And I'm not saying that it's 100% always easy, because it does take, especially if you're stubborn like I am, he's patient with us, thank God. Grace upon grace. And no, that's not a license to sin. It's just your stubborn flesh being stupid. And we need a washing, reminding. We just need a bath, to remind us that we don't need to step in that filth anymore. Well, sometimes the enemy likes to stick a knife in you when you have been put in checkmate and you can't do anything about it. But the enemy likes to remind you of, what you've lost, supposedly, or what you've, what you've given up, what, the choices you've made, and kind of wants to throw it back in your face. Well, I had that situation yesterday. I was at Safeway, and I was working. I was doing a shop and pay, where I basically buy people's groceries and deliver it to them. And my daughter's I'm going to sound like Ferris Bueller here. My daughter's boyfriend's mother works there. And unfortunately, it's a very popular store, and so a lot of people use it, and it is what it is. Well, I was in a good mood. I was happy, everything was going great. Then I saw her, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah. Now, I didn't say much. I didn't say, because I have a tendency sometimes to open my mouth when I shouldn't, and okay, sorry, my phone's doing that thing. Really? Stop it. What was I saying? Crap. Dementia sucks. Something about Margie. What was I saying? Oh, she came over to me, and she's like my Miss Pentecostal. Okay, if anybody knows I do this kind of like how David has Pastor so-and-so. Okay, well, I have Miss Pentecostal because the bad side of the Pentecostal church I was deeply in my first marriage. It was horrible. And very, very, very much spiritual abuse. And fakely nice, just like the love bombing, but really don't give a rat's butt about you. And just trying to look good for God. Again, I equate it to putting lipstick on a pig. She comes up to me, and I'm doing my scanning and everything, and of course I need the person to come and check, hit the button and everything, because it says please wait for assistance, blah blah blah. And it happens to be her. Yay me. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna say anything and like that. Oh no. The enemy wanted to twist the knife even harder by her showing me pictures of my grandgirls, my grandbabies. And proceeding to tell me, oh, I bought her this outfit, and she looks so cute in it, and basically rubbing it in my face that she's grandma now and you're nothing. Because my daughter has taken our grandkids away, all because we wouldn't pay for her phone that she said that she was going to pay for. Now we're like nothing to her. Okay, typical 20-something-year-old. Typical. Fine, whatever. But I'm not going to lie and say that it don't sting like hell losing our grandkids and the ability to have a relationship with them. And this is the kind of stuff that her mom used to do to James and I with her. So the apple didn't fall far from the tree. There, I said it. Unfortunately. And then she tells me, she goes, oh, I'd send these pictures to you, but I don't have your number. You could give me your number. And I'm like, no, that's okay. I said, we really don't like each other. She's been teaching in the past my granddaughters how to pray to Buddha. She's not saved. She claims she is, but she's not, because she thinks, and this is her words, okay? So don't tell me I'm going the way of Cain. But when you have somebody that tells you that they believe that all the gods in the world are all the same God, you don't have the Christ of the Bible. Even though you try to give it to them, and they refuse to take it. So yeah, no. And so I kicked her out of my house one time, and I'd do it again, and I don't have any guilt for that whatsoever. But I had to hold my tongue because I was working, and I didn't want to, make a scene or anything like that. But inside, I was crushed. I was crushed, and I was literally, just boiling, wanting to get out of there because she wouldn't shut up about Taya and my other granddaughter. I can't even remember her name now. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. Anyway, so basically it made me feel like complete crap, and just got in my car, and I wanted to scream, I wanted to cry, I wanted to do every emotion out there. And when I get this way, I tend to put my music on and just kind of go into my own little world. However, I have found that lately it doesn't last as long as it used to. I immediately run to God and say, I know who I am in you. I know you know this situation. You did this for a reason, for my protection. Even though it's not what I wanted, it's not what James wanted and everything, but we are much happier without the drama and everything. And amen. I say amen to it. Even though I don't fully understand it, I'm saying amen. And I'm trusting that you know exactly, because you know the situation. You already know what the outcome is. You've already lived this life with me. I'm just catching up. And it's okay. It's okay. Now, before, if that happened when I was still in institutional church, I would have still tried to push and shove and do everything that I knew that I could do in my own strength. I would do everything in my own strength. But weakness has a way of draining you so much, which is exactly what he wants. He doesn't want you draining your energy in the flesh. He wants you resting in his finished work, in his hiding place, just being in his presence. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that with the situation that I was in, or we were in, I should say. And surprisingly enough, my husband's a very, very patient person.